Good evening and welcome to wherever you are in the world right now. I'm Jennifer Louise and I am the Successful Salon Mentor, and I am helping you to build your brand, build your business and create the life you love. We are currently streaming live on 2 different Facebook pages, the Successful Salon Owners social media group, YouTube and Instagram. So hi to everybody over on all the different platforms. And of course, this version gets taken and released as a podcast so that you can catch up if that's your preferred medium of how you consume your content. So, of all the places you could be tonight, you are here live with me, spending time with me so that we get to connect and talk about the one thing that we love, building our business and building our brand. And I want to speak to you just very, very quickly this evening about some of the things that helped me change my business and create the results that I get inside of my salon that can be applied to any business out there. And some of the things that I'm observing going on in the marketplace right now, which is super, super cool. So let's think about how we can start to show up in a different light now that marketing has changed. I shared with you just a few brief days ago about how we saw in Q1 of this year, so April, May and June, we saw 3 months growth, which has taken us 10 years in the e-commerce spot to achieve. So from 2019 onwards, we had grown very, very slow, 2009, onwards, we had grown very, very slowly. E-commerce spot had grown 15%. And then in those 3 months of Q1, we grew another 15%, totaling 30% growth, but over 10 years and 3 months, which was absolutely amazing. Now, what I need you to understand as a business owner is that is never going back. The way people show up to your business and the way people consume content and want to like, know, trust, get involved with you has changed forever. And if you are continuing to do the same thing that you've always done, you're going to get the results that you've always got. But most importantly, you're going to see them start declining. People are finding businesses in different ways. People are buying and getting involved in businesses and communities in completely different ways. And I'm watching businesses all over the globe change the way they're doing things and really innovate the marketing strategies that they're using, which is inspiring me immensely. And I want to share a few of those with you this evening. So first of all, I want you to take a look at what you're doing now. Take a pen and paper and write down on all the places you are showing up, and is it working for you? Are you generating leads? Are you turning those leads into clients? Or are you just pushing the button, doing a few videos or putting some posts out there and not really getting much from it? That was me a few years ago. So I know how frustrating it is. But when you really understand that all your client wants is a human connection, one heartbeat to another, you'll start to show up in your business in a completely different way. And that's what I'm here to help you to do. So what do I mean, one heartbeat to another? Well, businesses were very clinical. Let's move back pre-COVID-19. They were very flat. They were very static. There wasn't much interaction between clients or guests, as I call them inside of my business, and the business itself. And more often than not, most consumers knew about the business, but didn't know the reason why the business existed or what drove the values behind that business, or even who drove the bus driving that business. Nobody was really showing up for their business or their brand. And when you start to unpack that and realize that building a brand is exactly that, about showing up as the person behind the business and communicating your message with strength and power, you start to really unlock the keys of marketing. And what do I mean by communicating your values? Well, first of all, you may want to write this down. You need to understand who you are as a business, who you are as a brand. What do you stand for? You need to find your stake and you need to put it in the ground. And don't worry about upsetting people or, causing enemies anywhere. They're not your people. They were never going to get on your bus anyway. They were never going to truly invest in your business and become a raving fan. But when you put that stake in the ground and you show up for who you truly are in business and what you value as a brand and as a community moving forward, you start to attract your tribe. Have you ever heard that saying? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, that is certainly most true in marketing. But if you don't know what your values are, you won't know how to communicate them, and so nobody will be showing up. So in essence, you are blindly posting. You are just putting content out there and just hoping that it hits and sticks on anyone. Doesn't matter who, just somebody come buy my thing, come buy my product, come buy a haircut. But when you truly care about your values and you truly care about the service that you deliver to the guest, the client inside of your business, then you really start to get this connect. Okay, and that's the heartbeat connection, when a client can really understand who you are and what you are trying to achieve inside your brand, inside your business, and you start to speak to them in a way that they really want to be spoken to. And so the language that comes through on your social media mediums is something that they really want to understand. Now, I hear lots of people say, oh, but social media is great, but there's everyone's from all over the world and I can't get people into my physical business. Well, you can. And it's just about understanding the location that you're in, your physical location, so that you can really get clients through the door into your chair or buying your product. You need to understand the insights that you're looking at on your social media, whichever platform you choose to use and whichever platform your ideal client is showing up on. If you don't understand what's really connecting and what they're really loving and consuming the most, then you're not really making the most out of your site. So I want you to start looking at your insights. I want you to start looking at the reports pages. Every single social media site has them, but they are the least used, and I will say that again, the least used buttons on social media. If you own a business, they should be the most used buttons you look at on social media, whichever site you are using. You need to learn how to speak in terms of language to your clients. And I'm not just talking about the wording that you use or the fact that you're talking directly to them when you know who they are and you know your values, but the actual language that you're using on your posts. So how you're engaging with them, okay? And engagement is the key to social media. Listen, every single social media site is a business. Think about that. You're a business, which is why you're watching me do this. But if you had a client engaging with you constantly, not parting with any cash, are you going to give them any amount of money? No. Now, the way we engage with social media accounts so that they can earn money is by time spent on the medium. Listen, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, they are basically a massive ad company. And the more people on that site at any one time, there is more ad space that can be sold to customers, clients, companies that are wanting to advertise on that space. So the longer you keep your clients on your social media, reading your content, the better Instagram and Facebook are going to favor you, because you are getting people on the site and keeping them there. You also need to understand that engagement is widely looked at by social media sites. Facebook, Instagram, they kind of beta test your post when it goes out for the first kind of hour. And just think about it like there's a guy standing behind a computer. Oh, Jennifer's just posted. Okay, let's see what happens to this. Oh, such and such has just commented. She's had 3 likes. It's gone a bit quiet for 10 minutes. Going to give her another 10 minutes and see if it picks up. If not, it's a wrap, guys. Cut the post. And that's exactly what happens every time you post on social media. If it's not engaging and nobody's commenting or liking or clicking on it or clicking through to the web's links or whatever you're putting on it, that social media site, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that's a wrap, guys. We're cutting it. And so it doesn't get seen. You may have 20,000 people on your social media site, but it will probably be shown to 10% of that in the first hour as beta testers. If they love it and they're engaging, they'll open that up to more people. So you need to learn how to engage. You also need to learn the native inside of these social media sites. And what am I talking about when I say native? Well, imagine Facebook is a country, TikTok is a country, Instagram is a country, and they all speak completely different languages. You can't show up to every single social media site speaking English. It doesn't work. Okay, you need to understand, and I don't actually mean English when I say that, you need to learn the native language of that site. They all have different languages. Think of them as different worlds. If you were going to a different world or a different country and you were wanting to get your product out there and known in that country, you would need to advertise in their language, right? It was the same for Facebook. It has its own native. Instagram has its own native. TikTok has its own native. They favor video a lot across the platforms, but there are ways that you need to show up in the different sites that are different to one another. So you need to understand that. And if you've got a business, it's very likely that you are going to have a team around you, in which case you need to learn how you can use the team members with their own personal sites to push that brand even harder than you've ever pushed your brand before. Now, your team behind you in your business are great. They're all different ages. They all know different things about different social media. They're all attracting different age groups, different eyeballs. So you need everybody showing up, singing the same song from the same hymn sheet. But you need to do it in a way that you have full control over everything that is going out, and that it's GDPR compliant. That is a massive thing for business you need to understand. I don't want anybody getting sued because a team member's done something on their social media that they didn't have control of. So if you are a business owner, you really need to make sure that you have full control over anything and everything that gets posted with your brand on it. And more important than that, you want to make sure that anything that has your brand on it is speaking your voice, is standing up for your core values and beliefs. Go right back to the beginning of this presentation. What was the one thing I said? You first of all need to figure out your values, put that stake in the ground. If anyone is speaking about your business, they need to be communicating that. And I'm talking team and clients. So first of all, you need to understand that. But second of all, you need to be so crystal clear at communicating it, that even when your clients are talking about you, word of mouth or writing a review, they are showing up as a voice inside your brand as well. And then you need to just become really, really, really good at giving value to your clients, but not only giving the value, that amazing service, that wonderful experience, but you also need to be able to communicate that value through your social media sites. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to showcase 3 things on social media. Once you've mastered all of the above, you are showcasing 3 things. And those 3 things are what you do, Do you show up as the person behind your brand? Do you show the silly little things that you do in the morning? Are you doing a little picture of your video conference presentations that you're delivering if you're an ad agency, or if you're a hairdresser, mixing up the colour, or if you're a beautician, filing the nails? Whatever it is you do inside of your business, you need to showcase that. You know, I just did a little quick video on Instagram before I came on this live, telling everybody that I'm showing up, but also doing a little behind the scenes, showing people the amazing technical setup that I have here in front of me, which probably had everyone giggling, because in true Jennifer style, I am not one to admit defeat, and if something's not working, I will find a way to make it work. This laptop is currently sat on a vase, which is sat on a chair, which is sat on my desk. And by showing that, I'm showing the human behind my business, the fact that I can laugh at myself and joke about things that are happening, the fact that, you know, I show up on a Wednesday night. Maybe somebody's just seen that, that's never seen that before and didn't know what I did, and there's a handy little swipe up for them to go and find this group and come join in the action next week. You need to showcase who you are. And by you, I mean the face behind the business, but also the business. What do you stand for? Figure out your values and then communicate them with every inch of your life. I'm talking about having them on your website. I'm talking about having them on your social media sites. I'm talking about having your team verbally communicate that with every single guest that comes through the door. I'm talking about your team dressing for those values and beliefs every single morning when they get up. They're proudly presenting themselves as part of your brand. You want everybody communicating the same message. But here's the thing, guys, straight back to the beginning of this presentation. It all starts with you understanding your core values and beliefs. And that's the one thing that many business owners don't bother doing at the beginning of this. They're too busy trying to find clients. They're too busy trying to get money through the door, and they miss that one vital step. That one vital step that sets your entire business up for failure or for profit. Okay, I want you to go back and revisit that. If you've done it when you first began your business, is that still where you are now? Is that still what you passionately believe in? Or do you need to rewrite them? Look at your team. Are they standing up? Are there any gaps in the team? Are there any gaps in, you know, who's showing up for the different core values and beliefs? And is there one in there that just isn't getting communicated in the correct way? Action that and communicate it well. You then need to showcase your value. So showcasing the value that you build inside of your business for your guests. What is that extra special thing? You know, you've all had to go out in the hairdressing world and buy takeaway cups now, right? So get them branded. Get your name on them cups. Forget those guests going out to Costa. Forget your guests going out to Waitrose, getting their free coffee with their newspaper on the way home. You give them a free coffee when they leave you. All of a sudden, all around your local area and all around your town, there's this new coffee cup showing up, and everyone's going to want to know where it's from. And it's from you. And when someone stops and asks them, oh, I'm really, really thirsty, where did you get that coffee? Oh, the hairdresser's down the road. You know, we need to be having our guests talk about us in ways that they don't even realize that they're doing, you know. And your clients for your business need to be doing that too. So communicating and showcasing what you do, who you are, and what your value is super, super important. Now, I want to share with you just something that landed on my doorstep the other day, which just made me absolutely smile, because it was another way in which a business, or well, it's a religion, but religion is a business in my eyes, right? And another way that a business is showing up. And it just made me absolutely smile. And here's what happened. So the door, the letterbox went, and something came flying through, and my dog went absolutely bananas, as she does, and I've gone stonking down there like, for goodness sake, stop it. And on the floor, slightly chewed up, I have to say, really upset about that, was this. Now, I don't know whether you can see it. There's you guys on Instagram and you guys on Facebook and YouTube. And it is literally just a little card. And on this card, it says, during these hard times, a prayer and thought for today. Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Please read this. There is a promise of a new heaven and new earth. For more information, please visit j.w.org. At a time where this religion, and we're talking about Jehovah's Witnesses here, and I know that some of you get frustrated when the door goes and it's a Jehovah's Witness. I've heard all of that. My mum is a Jehovah's Witness, so I've heard it my whole life, okay? But at a time when they can't do the one thing that they believe in, their core value and their core beliefs, the thing that is within them, they pivoted. You just listen to that again. At a time that they couldn't do the one core value and belief that they hold deep within them, they pivoted in a way that is exponential. These cards have probably reached far more people than them knocking on doors. Those cards have allowed them to continue doing what they love to do and what they passionately believe in a way that they're not there. They're not in front of these people. They can't because of socially distancing, because of COVID. So COVID is hit. They can't do the one thing they love, and they pivot. It's taken them a few months. This only came through, gosh, about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And actually, I've had it in my bag because I've been telling everybody, look at what's got, like, this is mind-blowing that an organization, a religion as old as time can pivot in a time where they cannot do the one thing that they love and enjoy. So I'm going to leave you with that thought, guys. You're in business, and the one thing that we love and we enjoy and our true passion is our income. So it's far more important that you show up and you pivot in a way that blows people's minds than ever before. And if a religion can do that, and you know, this must have put a massive smile on lots of people's faces. It must have given hope to a lot of people. I don't know. I'm not in the religion. I don't know who came up with this idea, but I think it's bloody fantastic. And I beg you out there to think about, how can you pivot as a business? I've seen on Instagram, Zara, Stradivarius, and H&M, and I haven't seen New Look do it, but I've seen quite a few of the clothing companies where they couldn't show up with models and do the photo shoots and things that they needed to do. All of a sudden, if you go onto Instagram now, there's this one generic post that is pretty much going throughout the shops, and there's that and a video. So the videos that are showing up right now are new in Zara today, and it's just people walking around showing what's come in that's new in Zara. What a great way to show the new collection, to try and bring people into the physical business. So many people have switched to online. The shops can't give a point of difference. If you were anything like me, you didn't buy clothes online because you needed to try them on. That's gone now. So the physical shops are losing market share to the brands that are showing up online, like Silk Thread. You know, I could never have gone in to Silk Thread and tried anything on. They didn't have a physical business. Whereas Zara, New Look, River Island, they're now losing a massive portion of revenue over to these online brands who don't have shops, who don't have overheads. So they're showing up in a completely different way. Having that one generic swipe through post that's got the picture of the model in the clothes, and then next to it, it's got Zara, and then the top and the trousers and maybe the boots that model is wearing. And then you swipe across and it tells you how much they are, and the website address and all that kind of stuff. It's driving people back to them. And I want you to think about how you can do that for your business. How can you drive people back to spend money inside your salon? I'm going to leave you with those thoughts right there. If you do need any help, go over onto my Facebook page, and I will post it inside the Facebook group. On Monday the 26th, I am doing a one-time only Instagram 101 session. It's only running that day. It's going to run 3 times that day. So there are 3 different time options for you. Those time options are 9 till 10:30. It's a 90-minute course, and that's British Standard Time. If you're in Europe, that is 10 to 11:30 for you guys. It's then running again at 1 to 2:30 British Standard Time, UK. And if you're in Europe, that is 2 to 3:30 for you guys over there. I'm then running it one last time in the evening, and that's at 7:30 till 9 p.m. UK time, British Standard Time. So for you guys out in the US and Australia, that's around midday, 1 o'clock, wherever in that US time zone you currently sit. So anywhere in the world, you can join in on this. There's 2 different pricing options. The first one is £47 to come on and just do the live training with me. It's a 90-minute session. It will be on Zoom. The second one is you to come on that live training session with me, but then to also get the video and the notes so that you can go back through it and do it in real time, in your own time at home. So if you want to understand how to find out who you are, how to get your message across, how to speak the language, how to learn the native, how to get your team involved, finding out who your ideal client is, and absolutely nailing your values, which is the thing that holds your entire business up, then I suggest you click the button over on Facebook on the post and join me, because it's going to be amazing. It will have high energy, like always from me, and I can't wait to spend that Monday with you. I am off now for the next 4 days. I'm putting my out of office sign up on my emails and on my Instagram and everywhere, because I am about to spend the next 4 days with Mr. Tony Robbins, aka God in my eyes. He is phenomenal, and I'm ready to take on the next part of my game plan, my goals, my dreams. And I know that spending these 4 days with him and his team are going to allow me to go inside and access the energy and the education that I've already got in there to pull out of me to take me to my next step. Because I've shared this with you because I want you all to know that this is never, it doesn't stop. You don't get to the goal and go, oh, that's it, I'm done. This is great, amazing. Cocktails on the beach. That doesn't happen. Okay, you get there, and then there's another thing you want to achieve, and another thing that you want to achieve. It's a forever growing. It's an ever-growing life inside of you. When you've got a passion and you really, really love what you do, like I do, it never ever stops. So I am going to say goodbye for the next 4 days. There will not be a live training on Monday because I'm going to be delivering this Instagram 101. So I won't be showing up live in the groups on Monday, but I will be back the following Wednesday for you all, delivering some more amazing content. I hope that's given you a lot of food for thought. If nothing else over the weekend, go figure out what your values are. Put your stake in the ground and really show up for your business. Take care. Lots and lots of love. I'll catch you all next week.